Okay, so embrace the fact that it feels new. Embrace the fact that it's a brand new skill and get to work on it. Here we go, let's try it again. Let's push into that ground. Good, we think bounce and push. Good, good. I love it, I can see down, down, down. And then we think almost cycling, so we're kind of running on the spot. I want you to think bounce, bounce, bounce. There you go. And think up instead of side to side. Up, up. There we go. Good. So down, good. And then arms sink through, almost like a bit of like a choo-choo train arm. And yes, I do call them choo-choo trains. Boom, boom, and relax. Woo. How do we feel? Okay. How many feel that they're getting the arms sunk with the feet? Hands up if you think you have it. It's okay, don't put it up if you think you have it. Be confident. Good. How many are still having some trouble finding that rhythm? Be confident with your answers. There we go. We're gonna go again. And what I want you to think this time, along with moving the arms, is we're gonna bring the breath into the equation. Breathing is probably one of the most underrated elements of any part of sport. If we hold our breath, what eventually happens? Pass out. Blood doesn't circulate the same way, the muscles get weak. So if we're not breathing through the tiny little contacts, and again, this will all carry over, I promise, into the game. If we're not breathing through these contacts, we reduce the amount of power we can generate, and we reduce the amount of rhythm we can source. So you're going up, push, push. There you go. You might not jump crazy high, and that's okay. That's okay. Good. Push, push. Good. Love it. There we go. Can see it. Can see it. Can see it. Move your arms. You know who I'm looking at. Good. Arms. Good. So instead of here, let's think to the front. There we go. You found it. Good. You found it. And relax. Woo! One of the things I'm noticing through this stride, and it's very important to understand that when we're trying to jump our highest, meaning if I'm going in to get a rebound and I want to jump as high as possible, my upper body through that step, which is going to be important, like you're going to use that step no matter when you jump, it's a part of a jump, that your upper body is relatively tall. What we mean is through that step we don't want to see this and our body be forward. The reason we don't want our body forward is that it takes all of our weight, or our center of mass, which just basically means like where the majority of the weight in your body is, which is kind of around where your butt and your hips and everything is. It brings it in front of the powerful plant leg. And then when we push, we end up covering too much horizontal or sideways distance when we want to do what? Go up. So we need to stay back and tall. So on these next 5 efforts, same thing, you're going to load that foot. When you push, you're going to try to keep your shoulders over what? Hey, it's like all this stuff's coming around. It's like I rehearsed it a little bit or something. The more you're aware of those positions means the more you practice this on your own, the better of an athlete and the more efficient of a jumper you become. That is bottom line, the biggest message I can deliver to any athlete is you are in complete control of your athletic future. Okay, now what that means is your potential is a direct reflection of what you put into the equation, okay? That means that if you want good things out of yourself as an athlete, you will put and you'll make better decisions each and every day. You have a lot of control, and it's important that you remain very confident in your quest. It means that seek out opportunities and don't be afraid to put yourself in an area of discomfort. That's how we learn. We learn from those little failures, those little mishaps. And that's what makes us grow. We embrace them. I tell all of my athletes, everybody I work with, we embrace our weaknesses. The moment we find a weakness and we avoid that because it's hard or it makes us feel kind of dumb, is the moment we shortchange ourselves as an athlete. We already talked about it. We said sometimes you must slow down in order to what? Speed up. That's more than just footwork and actual running. That's entirely your career as an athlete. It means that when you come to a position of challenge, when there's something in your way, a hurdle, something that is causing you a bit of challenge, we need to assess that. We can't just run and barrel through a hurdle. What happens if you try to run and barrel through a hurdle? You're going to trip up, you're going to get tangled, you're going to get snagged. We see it, we cite it, and we remain and we keep what's called perspective. For the parents here, I think the most important thing that can be done on your end at home is just reinforcing that concept of paying attention to where you are in your journey is not always head down fast as we can. We have to learn how to step back and get perspective on our athletic career. I think a lot of you are probably athletes in your years as well, and I think looking back, you're probably like, man, I wish I could have done something this a little bit different. I wish I did this a little bit different. What I want to do for the younger and younger generations of athletes coming up is create those behaviors early on, which is, it is important to slow down and get perspective on where you're heading. You make your job a whole lot harder when you just try to muscle through things. It was my absolute pleasure to meet and work with every single one of you. Yeah, one of these days maybe.